Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here, because today we're diving into a story that has the entire Turkish entertainment world buzzing. It's about two names you know very well, Yağmur Yüksel and Barış Baktaş. Over the past year, their on-screen spark and off-screen warmth have made them one of the most watched pairs in the industry. And now, rumor has it that the two tied the knot in what many are calling a lightning ceremony and intimate, fast, almost secret wedding that took friends, fans, and even parts of the media completely by surprise. As always, I'll walk you through everything we know, what's been reported, the clues that set social media on fire, and the questions that still linger. Before we begin, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the join button below if you want to support this kind of deep dive storytelling. Now let's get into it. First, let's talk about the term everyone is using, lightning ceremony. In celebrity culture, that phrase doesn't simply mean small or simple. It describes a celebration that comes together quickly, sometimes within days, without public announcements, extended guest lists, or long engagement timelines. The focus isn't on extravagant decoration or trend-setting venues. It's on to people choosing to formalize a commitment in a way that feels private, personal, and unburdened by outside expectations. If the reports about Yağmur and Barış are accurate, their day fits that description perfectly. Unannounced, modest in scale, deeply heartfelt. How did we get here? Let's rewind. From the moment they shared the screen, viewers noticed a connection that seemed to hover between their characters and their real selves. Their interviews were warm but careful. Their behind-the-scenes moments felt genuine without slipping into the kind of scripted flirting that publicity teams sometimes design. Over time, the conversation shifted from "are they close?" to "what exactly is going on?" There were shared photos from set, overlapping friend groups, and the occasional candid sighting at cafes and small gatherings. Nothing dramatic, just a steady rhythm of companionship that kept the rumor mill turning. Then came the clues, small, easy to miss, but impossible to forget once you saw them. A simple ring on a chain in one of Barış's casual photos. A bouquet of white flowers in a picture on Yağmur's account that didn't seem tied to any campaign or project. A caption about gratitude that appeared on both of their feeds within hours of each other, using nearly identical phrasing. To anyone not paying attention, these details looked ordinary. To longtime followers, they looked like breadcrumbs. According to several entertainment insiders, the decision to have a lightning ceremony came after a short window, when both actors had a break from filming. Instead of planning a public event that would require months of logistics and attract heavy media coverage, they chose something restrained, a private venue, a small group of people they trust, and a ceremony centered around a promise rather than a spectacle. The message was clear: this wasn't about proving anything to the outside world. It was about marking a transition in their lives with minimal noise and maximum meaning. Let's paint the scene as it has been described by those who say they were there. Imagine a courtyard just before dusk, washed in that soft, golden light that makes everything feel close and calm. A handful of flowers arranged in simple glass vases, linen laid across a narrow table, and a quiet playlist humming in the background. The guest list was small. A few family members, 2 or 3 friends from outside the industry, and a couple of trusted colleagues who have worked with them closely. No photographers, no drones, no brand sponsorships disguised as decor. If you were not invited, you probably would have had no idea anything was happening at all. The attire, reportedly, matched the mood. Barış in a tailored suit, elegant but understated, paired with polished shoes and a classic watch. Yağmur in an ivory dress that favored clean lines over complicated flourishes, the kind of silhouette that lets the person shine more than the fabric. Her hair styled away from her face, a hint of natural makeup, and jewelry with a story rather than a price tag. Those who claim to have witnessed the vows say there were no choreographed speeches and no theatrical gestures. Just a few words about patience, kindness, and the decision to choose one another in an industry where time is not always kind and schedules do not always align. If you're wondering about the legal peace documents, signatures, the formalities, that part remains unconfirmed in the public sphere. Some sources say the couple visited a registrar earlier that day. Others insist the signing took place on site with a small official present. Because neither party has released an official statement, we cannot say with certainty which version is true. What we can say is that the narrative of a lightning ceremony fits their approach to the spotlight, always cautious, always a step removed from sensationalism. Now, let's talk about the reaction, because the public response has been fascinating. Usually when whispers of a secret celebrity wedding hit social media, the discourse splits into predictable camps: believers, skeptics, and those who are simply along for the ride. This time, something different happened. Instead of loud demands for immediate proof, many fans expressed a kind of quiet support. Perhaps it's because both actors have treated their audiences with respect: no baiting, no performative drama, no public fights. Their discretion seems to have earned them trust, and that trust is showing in the way people are discussing this moment. Of course, not everyone is satisfied with rumors. Some want confetti-level certainty, a shared post, an official photograph, a verified caption. Others argue that we don't need those things to honor to people's choice to do something important on their own terms. There's value in both perspectives, and time will tell which one wins out. If they decide to share, it will likely be through a simple image and a sentence that feels like them, something gentle, direct, and free from hashtags designed to conquer the algorithm. A question you've been sending me is what a lightning ceremony means for their careers. The short answer is, it could mean stability, not slowdown. An intimate commitment does not require a retreat from visibility. It can provide a foundation that makes visibility easier to navigate. In the past, many actors have found that a calm personal life allows for bolder professional choices. Without the pressure to perform a relationship for cameras, their energy can return to craft. If anything, a private celebration suggests they're setting boundaries early, which is a wise decision in an environment that tests boundaries every single day. Another question is whether this development points to a project together in the near future. There is no confirmed joint production lined up at the moment, but insiders hint that several scripts have been offered with the two in mind, some romantic, some dramatic, one intriguingly described as a dual protagonist thriller. Whether they accept any of these depends on timing, quality, and whether they feel the story respects their growth as artists. They have both been selective lately, and that selectivity is part of what keeps their reputations strong. Before we move on, I want to address the difference between celebration and intrusion. It is very easy for fandoms to slide from excitement into entitlement, especially online. If the couple chooses to keep the details of their day private, that boundary deserves to be respected. We can acknowledge the joy of the story without trying to control it. We do not need to know the menu, the exact location, or every name on the guest list in order to be happy for two people who have given us hours of entertainment and, in many ways, hope. Let's return to the symbolism of a lightning ceremony, because I think it matters here. In a world that often rewards spectacle, choosing intimacy is radical. It says, we are not performing for you, we are living our lives. And for fans who have watched relationships implode under the weight of expectation, that's reassuring. The speed of the decision does not mean it was impulsive. Sometimes a fast wedding is the culmination of a long, quiet conversation. When love has already completed its rehearsal in private, the public moment can be swift and serene. There are a few ways this could unfold from here. 1. They say nothing for a while, allowing the story to settle until it becomes less of a headline and more of a gentle fact. 2. They release one simple photograph, perhaps hands, rings, or a shared silhouette in soft light accompanied by a line about gratitude. 3. Their teams confirm the news through a short, respectful note and ask for space. All three options protect what matters most, the relationship itself. As we close, I want to acknowledge why this story has touched so many people. It's not just that two well-liked actors may have gotten married. It's what their possible wedding represents at a time when so much feels performative. It represents choosing the essential over the extravagant. It represents promising to meet each other in the quiet moments after the cameras stop. It represents the belief that love doesn't need an audience to be real, only two consistent hearts. Will we eventually see official confirmation? Perhaps. Will we ever know every detail? Probably not. And that's okay. For now, we can take the lesson that intimacy is powerful, that tenderness can be decisive, and that sometimes the softest announcements carry the strongest meaning. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think lightning ceremonies protect relationships from outside pressure? Or do you prefer the tradition of longer engagements and big celebrations? Would you want to see Yağmur and Barış together in a new project? Or do you like the idea of them building separate careers while nurturing a private life? Tell me in the comments. I read everything, and your perspective always shapes our next conversations. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like so more people can find it. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And if you'd like to support the channel further, the join button is right below. Until next time, stay kind, cherish the quiet moments, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.